This is not your basic basket. Hey crafters, it's Amanda here, and today we're going to learn how to crochet this basket. It works up faster than you might expect because we're going to work the basket holding 2 strands of worsted weight yarn together. The basket I'm sharing today is part of a pattern I have listed on Etsy. This is the smallest size basket from the Not Your Basic Basket set of 3 nesting baskets. So if you want to know how to make all 3 sizes, be sure to check out the Etsy pattern. I'm also going to have a discount for the first 3 days that it is listed. So if you think you might want to make the other sizes, now is the cheapest the pattern will be. I'm going to pop up on screen with the materials that we need for this project. So grab some yarn, grab a hook, and let's get crocheting. Our project is going to be worked in the round. Since I am holding the 2 strands together and using them as one strand, I find it easier to go with a method besides the magic ring, but feel free to start off like that. The method I'm going to use is I will start by putting a slip knot onto my hook. Then I will chain 3. This is 1, 2, and 3. Then I will find the first chain that I worked and I'll insert my hook through that chain, throw the tail over to the right, and then I will yarn over, pull through everything to slip stitch together. And that's going to form a ring, and I'm going to work in the center of that ring. Once you have your ring set up, we're going to work 6 single crochet into the ring. So I will insert my hook down through the center here. And then if you're using the chain 3 method, I like to loop this over my hook so that way I work around that tail too, and that'll allow me to cinch the ring closed later on. So I'm going to work my first single crochet by yarning over and pulling up through everything. So we worked over that tail, it's now to the right, we worked around the ring, then I will yarn over and pull through 2 to finish up my first single crochet. I've got 6 more of these to go, so insert into my ring, work a single crochet. This is number 2. This is single crochet number 3. Single crochet number 4. Single crochet number 5. And single crochet number 6. Now for round 2, we're going to work 6 single crochet increases, which means we put 2 stitches in every spot. So if I count back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, this right here is my first stitch of the round. So I will put 2 single crochet into the top of this stitch. So this is 1, and 2 into the same spot. That's my first single crochet increase. We've got 5 more increases to go for round 2. So that's 2 single crochet into the next stitch for a second increase. This will be our 3rd increase. And I'm going to finish working up the 6 increases all the way around, and I'll end up with 12 stitches. Once I get done with round 2, I will take my tail, remember it's feeding out to the right, and I'll cinch it up. If you did a magic ring, now's a great time to cinch up the magic ring. For round 3, we will have a repeating pattern of single crochet followed by a single crochet increase. We will repeat that 6 times. So that means we put 1 single crochet into the first stitch. So just 1 single crochet. Then the next stitch will get 2 single crochet in it, and that's going to be that increase. So this is 1, and this is 2. And repeat, 1 single crochet into the next stitch, and then a single crochet increase. So we're going to work 2 stitches in the same spot. So that's my first single crochet and my second single crochet. And we'll repeat that a total of 6 times. When we are done with round 3, we will have worked a total of 18 single crochet stitches. The repeat for round 4 will be an increase followed by 2 single crochet. So the first stitch is going to get an increase, which means we put 2 single crochet into the same spot. So that's 1, and a second one into that stitch as well. And then 1 single crochet in each of the next 2 stitches. So 1 in this stitch and 1 in the following stitch. And then repeat, single crochet increase, so that's 2 single crochet into the same spot, followed by 2 single crochet, each worked in their own stitch. So 1, go to the next stitch for 2. I will repeat this all the way around. There's 6 repeats, and that will give us 24 stitches for round 4. The repeat for round 5 will be a single crochet, followed by an increase, followed by 2 single crochet. So that means our first stitch gets just 1 single crochet worked into it. Then the next stitch gets an increase, so that's 2 single crochet into the same spot, so 1 and 2, and then 1 single crochet in each of the next 2 stitches. So 1 in that space, and then 1 in the following space. Now we repeat that around 6 times. So it's 1 single crochet, then an increase, so 1 and 2 single crochet into the same spot, and then 1 single crochet in each of the next 2 stitches. So 1 and 2. So this round you can think of it as there's 3 single crochet between the increases. We'll repeat that pattern around 6 times, and when we're done with round 5, we will have 30 stitches. Round 6, the repeating pattern is 4 single crochet followed by an increase. So that means put 1 single crochet into each of the first 4 stitches. So that's 1, this is 2, this is 3, and this is 4. Then the next stitch gets an increase. So that means put 2 single crochet into the same space. So this is the second one to make that increase. Again, we repeat this 6 times around. So it's 4 single crochet, 1, 2, 3, and 4, followed by a single crochet increase. So put 2 single crochet into the same space. When you've done the repeat 6 times, you will have 36 stitches. Round 7 will be a repeat of 2 single crochet, an increase, and then 3 single crochet. So in each of the first 2 stitches, I will put a single crochet. So that's 1, and this is 2, each in their own spot. Then we work an increase, so 2 single crochet into this next stitch. So that's 1 and 2 in the same spot. And then 1 single crochet in each of the next 3 stitches. So 1, 2, and 3. Now we repeat that a total of 6 times. So it's 2 single crochet, each in their own spot. So 1, go to the next stitch, this is 2. Then we're going to work an increase. So in the following stitch, put 2 single crochet, both in the same spot. Then we're going to put 1 single crochet in each of the next 3 stitches. So 1, 2, and 3. So you can think of this as there will be 5 single crochet between each of the increases. And when we're done, we will have a total of 42 stitches for the round. So a quick note on the increases, we stagger them so that way it creates a rounded shape versus creating a hexagon. If we stack up all the increases right on top of each other, our project will end up getting corners. So I'm staggering them around instead of always starting with an increase or always ending with an increase. I stagger them so we don't get corners and instead get a nice circle. Round 6's repeating pattern will be an increase followed by 6 single crochet. So put 2 single crochet into the very first stitch of our round. That's 1, this is 2. Then 1 single crochet in each of the next 6 stitches. So this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, each of them worked in their own stitch. This is 4, our 5th single crochet, and a 6th single crochet. And that gets repeated 6 times. So it's increase, so 2 single crochet into this same spot, and then 1 single crochet into each of the next 6 stitches. We'll have a total of 48 stitches when we're done with round 8. For round 9, we will work 4 single crochet, an increase, and then 3 single crochet. So 1 single crochet into each of the first 4 stitches. So this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, and this is 4. Each worked in their own spot. Then the next stitch gets an increase, so put 2 single crochet into the same space, 1 and 2. And then 1 single crochet in each of the next 3 stitches. So this is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. Now we will repeat that a total of 6 times. So it's 4 single crochet, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then the next stitch is that increase. So we've essentially worked 7 single crochet between the increases. And then to finish the repeat, we will have 3 single crochet. 1, 2, and 3. When you get done with round 9, you will have worked 54 stitches. Round 10 will be our last round of increasing, and it will be a repeating pattern of single crochet increase, and 7 single crochet. So we start off with 1 single crochet, so that's going to be worked just in the first stitch. The next stitch gets an increase, so we're going to put 2 single crochet into that spot. So this is 1 and this is 2 worked in the same stitch. And then I will put 1 single crochet in each of the next 7 stitches. So this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now we will repeat. So it starts off with 1 single crochet, then our increase, so put 2 single crochet into the following stitch. So this time we're going to have 8 single crochet between each of our increases, but the repeat will end with the 7 single crochet. So that's what I'm working here. Basically, as long as you get the first increase in the correct spot, you can just count the number of stitches between the increases, but the repeating patterns look a little goofy just because we're staggering where we work the increases. When you're done with round 10, you will have 60 single crochet stitches. Round 11 is where we will begin working up the sides of the basket. This is just kind of a setup round. And what we want to do for round 11 is we're going to work 60 single crochet evenly around, but we're only going to work in the back loops of the stitches. So let's look at the top of this stitch right here. It has a front loop and a back loop. We're only going to insert under the back loops. So when I insert my hook to work my first stitch, I'm going to insert it under just the back loop and then work my single crochet like normal. That will leave the front loop here unworked. Go to my next stitch, work in just the back loop. Go to my third stitch, insert under just the back loop, work a single crochet, and I'm going to do this in all 60 stitches around. Round 12 is where we're going to really start adding some of the fun texture to this basket. And this time the pattern will be double crochet, chain 1, then skip a stitch. So here's what that will look like. In the first stitch, we're going to work a double crochet. Then I'm going to chain 1, skip this stitch, and repeat. So we've skipped this stitch, go to this next one. This is where I work my double crochet. chain one, skip a stitch. Then we double crochet, chain one, skip a stitch. This will get repeated 30 times around. We will have 30 double crochet stitches and 30 chain spaces. Don't worry, the finished basket will not have holes. Next round, we will fill them in. I'm finishing up round 12. I've done 29 of my repeats. I've got one more to go. Now I've already skipped that stitch. Now I'll double crochet here. Chain one, and then skip the last stitch. Now here's where things are going to get a little bit interesting for round 13. This is where we're going to start interlocking and nestling our stitches together to create that really neat texture. What that does mean though is because we're going to do color changes, what I consider the start and end of the round is going to be a bit staggered. In other words, the end of the round will sit on top of the first stitch of the round. Again, this is just for visual continuity. It doesn't really mean anything other than the stitch counts might sometimes look funny. So for round 13, we've already skipped this stitch and we want to start round 13 by skipping the first double crochet. Then we're going to work a double crochet around this chain space and into the top of this first unworked single crochet from round 13. Let me show you how that's done. We'll leave that stitch marker there for now. So I'm going to work a double crochet, so I will start by yarning over, and I want to work in the top of the stitch going around the chain space. So what that means is I'll keep my yarn on the back side of the project, bring my hook to the front, and go through the top of that single crochet. And I'm going to go all the way out the back, and I'm going to let this yarn go over that chain space. So now I'll complete my double crochet like normal, where I will yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through two, yarn over, pull through two. So we worked in the stitch 2 rows down, but by working over that chain space, it's going to cause these double crochet to kind of pop out and create that texture. Then I will chain one and skip the next stitch. Now we're ready for our repeating pattern. We're going to double crochet around the next chain space and in the top of the next unworked stitch from round 13, then chain one. So let's do that. We'll yarn over. This is the next unworked stitch from round 11. I will insert my hook through the top of it going into the inside of the basket. My yarn, as you can see, is kind of going over the top. I will yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through two, yarn over, pull through two, then chain one. Repeat. Go to the next unworked stitch from round 11. We're going to work a double crochet into that stitch while working around the chain space above it, and work a double crochet, and lastly chain one. We're going to do this in all those unworked single crochet stitches from round 11. And when we're done, we will have worked 30 double crochet. I've worked 29 of my 30 double crochet for round 13, so all that's left to do is we've got one more unworked stitch from round 11. I'm going to work a double crochet into that stitch, sending my hook all the way through the fabric so that the yarn goes over that chain space. Yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through two, yarn over, pull through two, and the last thing that's left is to work a chain. However, before we start round 14, I want to change to my next color. When I change color, I like to make a slip knot just because I like everything to be fastened off, but if you don't like making a slip knot, feel free to just pull the loop through and weave your tails in later on. But personally, I'm going to make a slip stitch with my secondary color. Again, I'm holding two worsted weight yarns together. I'm going for a red and a burgundy. This might end up looking a little bit Christmassy, but that's okay. So when we change color, for the very last loop of the stitch, we want to pull through the new color. Since the next stitch is a chain, the only part of this chain stitch is to yarn over and pull through. So since we want the loop that's left to be the new color, we will put the new yarn onto our hook. I made a slip knot. Again, feel free to just pull the yarn over. And then I will pull that on through to complete my chain. So this right here is my chain, and now I'm in the new color. I am not going to fasten off my tails because I just don't want to have to weave in a bunch of tails. So I'm just going to let the green just kind of stay to the inside, but I'm not going to work over it. And now that we've changed colors, we're ready to start on round 14. This will fortunately be very similar to what we just did the previous round. We will have a repeating pattern once more where we work a double crochet around the next chain space and in the top of the next unworked double crochet from 2 rows below. So that would be round 12. So here we go. I'm going to yarn over. This right here is my first unworked double crochet from 2 rows below. You might notice this one here. Don't worry about that. We're going to skip that guy because he only shows up in this round and then we don't have to worry about anything like that. So this is the beginning of the round. We're going to come to the one to the left of it. Insert our hook into the top of that stitch. Our working tail of yarn is going to go over that chain space. Then we'll yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Then chain 1. And now we will repeat that all the way around. Go to the next unworked double crochet of round 12, and in that space we're going to work a double crochet. So yarn over, insert into the top of that double crochet, we're going to work around the chain space above it, and work a double crochet stitch. Then chain 1. We're going to repeat this until we have worked 30 double crochet for round 14. So again, it's just working in the top of the double crochet 2 rounds below. We're also working around that chain space that's above it. And after each double crochet, we chain 1. I'm going to work this all the way around, and when we get to the end of this round, we are going to change back to our primary color for the next few rounds. We are nearing the end of round 14. I've just got 2 more repeats to go. So in my next double crochet from round 12 that was not worked in, I'm going to work a double crochet there, also working over the chain space from round 13. Then once I work this double crochet, I will chain 1. Now for my last repeat, go to the last unworked double crochet of the round and work a double crochet into that stitch. And then the last stitch is going to be a chain 1, but I'm ready to change back to my other color. So if we look kind of on the inside here, these are the 2 tails of my original color. You also might notice this loop right here might be kind of pulling pretty big. That's the loop that's attached to the working yarn, and since the working yarn is loose there, this loop can loosen up, so all you have to do is just pull on the working tail of the green just a little bit if you want to size that down. So I'm going to change back to my green color on this chain stitch. So all I will do is I will bring my green up, and I'm making sure that these aren't crisscrossed. It'll just make it easier as we go. And I'm going to yarn over with my primary color and pull through 1 to make my chain stitch. And now round 15 is going to be the exact same thing we just did for round 14. Just of course working into round 13 instead of into round 12. So I will find my first unworked double crochet from round 13, and in that stitch I'm going to put a double crochet, also working over the chain space. So enter my hook through there, go all the way to the inside of the project, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Once I work the double crochet, chain 1. Now repeat, go to the next unworked double crochet of round 13, put a double crochet into that spot, also working over the chain space of row 14. Once I work my double crochet, chain 1. And here's where you're really going to get to see the texture pop, because the colors really highlight the way everything's nestled together and is textured outward. So I will repeat this repeat all the way around 30 times. At this point, the next several rounds are going to be the same thing. The only difference between the rounds is we're going to change yarn color. So we'll do 1 round in the secondary color, 2 rounds in the primary color. And then the other thing that changes is the row you're working into. So the row number that you're working into changes, but it will always be 2 rounds down below your current round. So here in round 15, I'm working 2 rows down, so that's into round 13. For round 16, I will work 2 rounds down into row 14, and so on and so forth. I'm going to work all the way through round 23 off camera. Again, it's 1 round in the secondary color, 2 rounds in the primary color. When we get done with round 23, that round will have been worked in the secondary color. And when we start round 24, we will begin working with the primary color again, and that's where we're going to set up for our handles. I'll meet you back once I'm done with round 23. I am finishing up round 23, which this is worked the same way as I've been working since round 15, where we do that double crochet chain 1. So let's finish round 23 by working a double crochet in that last unworked double crochet from round 21. Again, we're going through the top of that stitch and around the chain space from the previous round. Work my double crochet. All that's left for this round is a chain 1, but since I want to change my color, we'll use color A to do that chain 1. And remember, if this gets a little stretched out, you can always pull on this to snug that up a little bit. So I will yarn over with color A to work my chain 1. Now for round 24, we're going to get our handle set up. It's going to start very similarly to what we've been doing, where we double crochet chain 1, but we're only going to do that repeat 6 times. So go to the first double crochet from round 22 that wasn't worked in, and put a double crochet into that space, working also around the chain space. Then chain 1. Go to the next spot, work our second double crochet, chain 1, go to the next unworked double crochet from 2 rows below, so that'd be from round 22. So third double crochet, chain 1, this is our fourth double crochet, chain 1, our fifth double crochet, chain 1, and here we go, last one, sixth double crochet, and then the chain 1 that goes with it. All right, so now we're going to create the base of our handle, and doing so is going to be really similar to what we've been doing. In the next 4 unworked double crochet stitches, instead of working a double crochet, we're going to work a single crochet. So I'll come to the next unworked double crochet from round 22, insert my hook in the top of that double crochet, and working in that double crochet and around the chain space, I'm going to work a single crochet. So I will yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, that's my first single crochet. Now I'm going to chain 1. Go to the next spot, put a single crochet here, chain 1, another single crochet. So we're entering in the same stitch where we have with the double crochets, just this time we're working a single crochet followed by a chain 1. That's 1, 2, 3. We've got one more to go, so this is our 4th single crochet in a row, and then chain 1. Now we're going to go back to doing the double crochet chain 1, and this time we're going to repeat it 11 times. I'm not going to show you all 11 stitches, but I will show you once I get done with these 11 double crochet chain 1 repeats. I just worked my 11th repeat of double crochet chain 1. Now we're going to do the same setup that we did for the other handle, which is 4 repeats of single crochet chain 1. And those single crochet are worked in the double crochet that we skipped 2 rounds down. So that's single crochet, chain 1. This will be our second single crochet, then chain 1, our third single crochet, again working in the double crochet from 2 rounds down and around the chain stitch, and then this will be our 4th single crochet and our 4th chain 1. Now we have 5 spaces left to work, and we're going to go back to doing that double crochet chain 1. So I'm going to do a double crochet, chain 1, and repeat it in the last 5 stitches of this round, and then I will show you round 25. Round 25, we're still working in color A, but at the end of this, we will swap back over to color B. Once more, round 25 is going to start very similar to what we've been doing, where we work a double crochet in the skip double crochet from 2 rows below, and then chain 1. We're going to do that 6 times. So I will double crochet in the first, skip double crochet from 2 rounds below, followed by a chain 1. Do it a second time. Remembering to include those chain 1s. This is our third double crochet to start the round. Chain 1. 4th double crochet. Chain 1. A 5th double crochet. Chain 1. and a 6th double crochet. Also followed by a chain 1. Now we will set up the top part of the handle by chaining an additional 7 chain stitches. We already have this one chain here, so don't forget to include that from the double crochet chain 1 repeat, and then we're going to work an additional 7 chain stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now we will skip the next 4 single crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's where we set up the bottom of the handle. And now we're going to go back to that very familiar double crochet chain 1 repeat, and we're going to work the first one right here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4 single crochet that we skip, and then right to the left of that we're going to see that unworked double crochet from round 23. That's where we want to put our first double crochet after the handle. So I'll insert in the top there, work a double crochet in the top of that stitch and around the chain space, chain 1, and we will repeat that 12 times. I'll meet you at the next handle after doing this repeat. Alright, now that I've done my 12 repeats, we can see the next 4 stitches are those single crochets from the previous round, so that tells us we're in the correct spot. Now I forgot to do my chain after this double crochet, so let me get that. And then we're going to chain an additional 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Then we will skip those 4 single crochet. And in the first double crochet of round 23, right after those 1, 2, 3, 4 single crochet, we're going to put a double crochet there. Again, it's going to be back to that same double crochet chain 1 pattern. So double crochet, chain 1. I'll have 4 more spaces to go to finish this round. Also, just to clarify the number of chains here, between the double crochet on the right and double crochet on the left, there will be a total of 8 because we have 1 chain from the double crochet chain 1 repeat followed by an additional 7 chains. Let me finish round 25 and I'll show you the 2 remaining rounds. For round 26, we want to change back to color B, so once more I will do that with the final stitch of round 25, which is that last chain. So I will yarn over, pull through to make that chain, and at this point we are done working with color A. So if you want, you can cut that off, leave a tail to weave in. I'm just going to leave it attached for now. This round will be very similar to what we've been doing, but this time we're going to work with single crochet stitches instead of double crochet stitches. So we're not working here because that chain space already sits on top of that, but we're going to come right here. This will be our first stitch of the round where we're going to work. This is that next unworked stitch from round 24. So we're going to insert our hook through here in the top of that unworked double crochet from round 24, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 to work a single crochet. Then we will put a single crochet in the top of the next double crochet from round 25. And now we will repeat that 6 times. So we work in the skip double crochet from 2 rounds below, so round 24, insert through that stitch, work a single crochet, then go to the next stitch of round 25, and in the top of that double crochet, work a single crochet. So I've got 4 so far. We're going to have a total of 6 repeats, which means 12 single crochet. So every other single crochet is worked a row lower. So this one's worked in the previous round. This is worked 2 rows down. Previous round, 2 rows down. Always working on the tops of double crochet stitches, and if there's a chain space, we just work around it. And this is 11, and this is 12. Now that we are here at the handle, we are going to work 9 single crochet stitches into the chain space. So when I say work in the chain space, it means we insert our hook through this whole big gap. We're not inserting through the actual stitches. And once I've inserted through the big gap, I will yarn over, pull up a loop, and then yarn over and pull through 2 for my first single crochet. We need a total of 9 of these. So this is my second single crochet, a third single crochet, 4th single crochet, 5th single crochet. This is number 6, number 7. If you feel like you're running out of space, you can kind of slide these single crochets to the right along the chain. So that was 7, this is 8, and this is 9. Now we are ready to get back to working in the double crochets. So next up is this double crochet from round 25 right after the chain space. I'm going to put a single crochet into the top of that stitch. Then we're going to put a single crochet into the next skip double crochet from round 24. So that's this spot right here. Again, working a single crochet. Single crochet in the next double crochet of round 25. Single crochet in the next skip double crochet of round 24, also working around that chain. It will take 23 single crochet to get to the next handle, so I will meet you there. We've reached the next handle. Let's once more put 9 single crochet into this chain space. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So the next one goes in the top of the double crochet from round 25. That's my first single crochet. Then my next one's going to be worked around that next unworked double crochet from round 24, also working around the chain stitch. Then repeat single crochet in the top of the next double crochet from round 25, single crochet in the top of the next unworked double crochet from round 24. So that's 4 stitches. This is number 5. This is 6, 7, 8, 9, and then our very last one here, 10. Round 27 is the very last round of this project. It's going to be smooth sailing. We're just working single crochet in the tops of stitches evenly around. So that will be 63 single crochet. So this is 1, this is 2, 3. I'm going to work this evenly around. The handle's the same way, just 1 single crochet in the top of every stitch from the previous round, and that'll get us a total of 63 single crochet. Now I'm getting to the handle. Nothing is going to change about the way we work. We're just going to put 1 single crochet in the top of every stitch from the previous round. I will meet you back at the end of the round once I have worked 63 single crochet. I've got just 2 stitches left. Let me put a single crochet into each of them. And now that I've done that, I am ready to fasten off. So I will cut myself a nice long tail, pull that on through my loop, tighten it down. I'll also cut off color A at this point. And now all that's left to finish the basket is weaving in the ends. I hope y'all enjoyed the tutorial and had fun crocheting not your basic basket. Again, check out the written pattern available to purchase on Etsy if you would like to make the other sizes of this basket. I'd love to hear what you will store in your basket. Personally, I love organizing my yarn and projects with these. See you next time. Happy crafting!